I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know about Magic Ears. That is my other job in addition to VIPKid. I'm not really that familiar with doing Facebook Live. I sometimes seem to kind of mess it up, but I'm all purple now. I've been talking to Magic Ears for a couple of months, and I really wanted to make sure that they were a good, solid company and honest, and just everything that I could really respect the company before I went to them. So I spent a couple of months talking to some of the head people over there just to make sure that I felt like I could represent them. And in the end, the reason that I'm going over there to Magic Ears is largely based on principle, because I do refer a lot of teachers and I see them getting hired but not getting bookings. I also see a lot of people with VIPKid who are struggling with cancellations and things like that. So Christy, I just saw your heart, so I guess it's working. Yeah, so a lot of people with VIPKid were having some struggles with cancellations and such. And so what I'm seeing with Magic Ears is that they're really teacher oriented. So they're doing things differently in a way where they can meet teachers where we are and they want to know our needs, and then they try to adjust what they do to what we need. So a good example of that is the cancellation policy. They don't want teachers to teach sick. So all of those things that you've seen where teachers are sitting in the hospital trying to keep their job, that's not an issue with Magic Ears. So like I said, a lot of it's principle. Every time that Magic Ears has the opportunity to take the high road, they're taking it. Even just, they sent me the shirt. They let you buy it and then they reimburse you, and they have reimbursed me. That was even before I started teaching. So it's kind of like just the little things, right? That you kind of are always wanting that little pat on the back or that little bit of understanding. That all of that exists with Magic Ears, and they get teachers bookings right away. They train you for your mock class. So instead of like you trying out and you seeing if you fit, and if you don't, you take another stab at guessing what they want, it's completely different. They train you first, and then they run through it with you, and then you do your mock class. So it's like they want you to succeed. They're setting you up to succeed. And these are the reasons that I've decided it's time to go ahead and go over to Magic Ears. I will take questions if anybody has any, but let me tell you a little bit about them. They're a really young company. They don't have a lot of teachers right now. So if you get in right now, you're getting in on the ground floor, which I think is a really great thing to do with these Chinese startups. You can progress really fast in the company. They offer career advancement, so you might potentially get a full-time job with them or some other kind of employment other than just being a teacher if you're interested in that. They pay $9 per class to every starting teacher. So VIPKid pays $7 to $9 per class, and then you get your bonuses. Magic Ears pays $9 and flat, and you get your bonuses. So $22 basically an hour starting off for everyone. So that's a really big draw for a lot of people that I refer as well. Okay, so Valerie wants to know how I'm managing my schedule. So I'm just starting, but what I'm going to do immediately is I'm still doing both VIPKid and Magic Ears. And I am, when daylight savings hits, I'm just going to take those 2 extra slots that I was sleeping, and I'm going to put those onto Magic Ears at first, because I don't want to just be overwhelmed with a new teaching platform immediately. It's not hard, but your first few classes with VIPKid, also it was like, I need to get used to it before I jump in and do 10 in a row. So I'm just going to put those 2 classes there, so it's like I'm getting up at the same time into my daylight savings position and just add on that way. Will I leave VIPKid or am I, or I don't know yet. With everything that Magic Ears is, I would love to. I would love to give them my entire support and really be a key player in the company, and I think that they have room for that. But for right now, I'm just going to be doing the steps, right? I've gotten hired. I'm starting to teach, and I'm just going to be doing those 2 slots every day and build and see where it goes. So that's what I'm going to do right now. That's, I think, a good way to start off managing your schedule. If you want to apply, I am going to give you my link. And, you know, guys, that's why I'm doing this. I would like for you to, please don't go away saying, I heard about this great company. Who wants to refer me? I'm doing that right now. So please use my link to apply with them. How's the pay? It's $9 per class plus bonuses, so $22 per hour for everyone. So they like for you to have a bachelor's, some ESL experience, a TESOL, some of those things. They don't necessarily require that you have all of those things, but if you don't have all of those, which I don't have all of those, then you just make a video when you apply. So when you fill out your application, it will say something like, do you want to also submit a video? Just submit like a 2-minute video. If you're familiar with the VIPKid Interview Express, it's very similar to that, but you make it up. So use a lot of TPR and say, you know, hello, I'm Hope, and I'm an ESL teacher. You know, I make class fun. Pull out a prop. Just give your experience, talk about what makes you qualified, talk about your education, 2-minute video, something exciting, the way that, you know, show your personality and really wow them on that. And they will write off where you don't meet. So where you don't meet up. So if you did not have your bachelor's, and this is great if you're trying to refer people, if you did not have your bachelor's degree and you're like, you know, that's great Magic Years teacher, that's going to be fun, then you can get in. I already talked about the lenient cancellation policy, 2 cancellations per month that you can do yourself, and that's 2 days worth, not 2 classes. Whereas VIPKid, it's 6 cancellations over the entire contract. So there's twice as many that they allow for just for you to do it, but in addition to that, they say, call us or Skype us and let us know if you are sick. We do not want you to teach if you're sick. If you are so tired that it's going to be difficult for you, let us know. So that's this company. That's how they are. So they, you know, they don't want you calling in all the time, but, you know, if you're throwing up, don't do it on screen. You can get your cancellation with no problem. Okay, your set schedule, no, you open your own hours, whatever hours you want. And then Magic Years books you, and that is how they make sure that the teachers get the bookings. You know, I said that teachers will get bookings right away. They will start putting you in front of the parents right away. And then the parents will give feedback, and that kind of feedback and that kind of reception is what will get you more classes. But Magic Years books those classes for you. You don't get penalized if you cancel. As far as I know, you have that certain amount, and then they've also been like, if you need more, you know, we'll deal with you. So I've never even heard of what the penalty would be, and I don't think my contract had it, but it's not a big thing that they're talking about a lot. Let's see. It's a 1-on-4, so it's different from VIPKid where you have the 1 student. A lot of teachers are saying that the 1-on-4 makes them feel like there's less pressure on the teacher, like you're not having to fill up this 25 minutes of time with this one kid. I totally agree that class went by, you know, I've not done much, but class is like, it's gone. You start it and it's over. So it goes really, really quickly with 4. And the platform is, you know, what we keep hearing about with VIPKid, that it's going to be interactive and they'll be able to move stuff around. Magic Year's platform is already doing that. So the kids can play games. They move things, you move things. You can move their faces up to cover over the characters. Like if you had Meg and Mike, you know, you can put, you know, Sally and Joe's face up there and let them have a conversation on screen. So the platform is fully interactive. You can do a lot of things with it. You can turn things on and off. If you've got a student with noise, you can turn their mic off, keep the rest going. Like, so much control, so interactive. And then the curriculum, people have asked me about that. VIPKid uses the Common Core, or so they say. I think that's questionable, but what VIPKid does do is they do kind of pull out, like, there's a little bit of math, there's a little bit of, you know, science, and all of these things into one lesson. From what I've seen of Magic Years, it's going to be 1 theme per lesson. So you're not all over the map with, you know, prepositions and folk tales and, you know, Chinese food and all the different things, you know, division. You're dealing with one thing within the class. And then the lessons are super easy to prepare for because they're so interactive. A lot of it depends on the kids. So there'll be a song and that plays in the classroom and they actually don't even want you to sing because they don't want that lag. So you just kind of sit there and just do your, you know, play your pretend instrument or whatever while the song plays and the kids sing. So if there's really a lot of kind of the performance and the pressure off of the teacher, and it's kind of turned over because of the platform and the curriculum. And then the kids are doing so much, you know, the games are already there and they have a built-in reward system. You don't do rewards. So if you are stressing out, like I've been doing this 2 years, I cannot any longer impress my kids with a new reward. So there are no secondary rewards. Feedback is very, very small. You give them some words to practice. I mean, it's so simple. Please have Amy practice these 4 words. She did great. You know, put a positive sentence, have her practice these 4 words, another positive sentence. That's all they want. So it's not like a big deal how much feedback you have to give them. So in all, the way that I feel about it is I feel like you spend less out of class time and effort. Your effort is spent in the classroom. Like I said, they reward their teachers with appreciation, with, you know, supporting them. They have a Facebook group and they are there, like the people from Beijing are there on their group answering questions. So, and they're on Skype during Beijing time. And so if you're like, hey, what do I do for this slide? Or what do I do for, I don't know, how do I control this thing? You ask them and it's like not a mystery. It's like you're not having to figure this out or go find your referrer. You can ask them and they will just tell you. So it's so easy to get information from them and to communicate with them. Heavy prop expectation. They do want you to use props, but they've also said they don't want it to get out of hand to where you're just, you know, throwing up a bunch of props. So they want two specific props per class, and you could use a few more, but they don't want it to get super crazy with props. The kids don't talk over each other. No, you can mute them each individually or mute them all. So like I said, you have all of this control, so there's not any kind of, they've really thought this out. There's not any problem with that. Can you book a VIPKid class right after, or should you skip a spot? You can book a class right after. You would not be able to book one before because they prevent no-shows by the very first Magic Years class of the day. They want you signed in early, so you would have a hard time teaching right before it, but you could book a VIPKid class after. I mean, you could literally shut it down. This is what I'm going to do with daylight savings time. Shut it down, go to the next one. Can you get regulars since they book you? Well, Magic Years books you, so not really. I think that you would probably see some pop up again, but it's really not a thing where you're going to get regulars or the same group of kids. It would be chance if that happens. So yeah, I think that is all I can think of. I also have a Facebook group where we discuss the difference between VIPKid and Magic Years, and I help you guys kind of figure it out. But it is so simple that a lot of what I'm doing is pointing you actually to Magic Years and their Facebook group. Did I send it? Okay, I just sent the link for my Facebook group. Come over there and I will also give you information about how to apply. I have an FAQ. I've created lots of documents and things already to support you guys. I will also show you how to get over there to their site and their Facebook group. Okay. As you can see, I'm really excited about this company. I think even on principle, I would do it, but I also think that it's going to be better for me and less stress and less worrying about what the company's going to do. So I really love them so far. Okay, I hope somebody watched this. Oh wait, currently teach on a Chromebook. I think you can't. I can't think Chromebook's a no for right now. They're trying to do more. You'll also see on the website that it says you can't teach with Wi-Fi. VIPKid's website says the same thing. I have been teaching with Wi-Fi. Is there an hours cap? They have a limited schedule available. I can post that. I can't post it here apparently, but it's on my Facebook page. They have a smaller schedule, but there's no limit. You could do whatever. So All right. Well, I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you over in the group if you have more questions. Bye.